Over $100,000 in the last 3 months selling simple digital products using AI. Here is my back end real quick. You can see the total right there. $100,318.20. And just so you know, this didn't come from some complicated business model. It came from selling simple PDF guides that were created with AI. And the craziest part? I create these PDFs once with AI, and they sell over and over again. I also use AI to create my video avatar narrating my videos, just like this one you are watching right now. This automates my content, saving me time and effort. So make sure to stick around till the end, because I'll be putting you on to a simple cheat code system to start a high-profit PDF business as soon as today. No experience needed. Now in this video, I'm going to break down everything I did step by step so you can replicate it yourself. But let me say this up front. This is simple, but it's not automatic. You still have to think, execute, and stay consistent. If you just copy pieces of this without understanding it, it won't work. But if you follow this properly, this can actually turn into something serious. So let's start from the beginning. The first thing you need to understand is that this entire result came from one core decision: choosing the right product idea. And this is where most people fail before they even start. They spend hours creating something that nobody actually wants. So step one is not creating the product. Step one is finding an idea that already has demand. Now here's the rule I follow, and this is extremely important. If your product doesn't connect to emotion, it won't sell. People don't buy information. They buy relief. They buy solutions. They buy outcomes. So instead of asking, what can I create? You need to ask, what problem are people desperate to solve? That shift changes everything. Now, from my experience, one of the strongest niches for this is parenting. Why? Because it's emotional, it's stressful, and it's constant. Parents are always dealing with something: sleep issues, behavior problems, routines, anxiety, and they're actively looking for solutions. That's what makes it powerful. So instead of guessing, I used a system that pulls real-time problems people are searching for online. Not opinions, not trends, actual search behavior. This matters because if people are searching for something, they already care. So I generated a list of ideas based on that data, and I picked one that stood out. Now, once you have an idea, the next step is positioning it correctly, because the raw idea you get is not ready to sell yet. It's usually too long, too technical, or too generic. So what you need to do is turn it into something that grabs attention instantly. And this is where most people underestimate the importance of a title. Your title is everything. If it doesn't hit emotionally, people scroll past. So I took the original idea and used AI to rewrite it into something shorter, clearer, and more impactful. Something that makes someone stop and think, that's exactly what I'm dealing with. That's the goal. Because when someone feels understood, they're far more likely to buy. Now, once I had the title, I moved on to creating the actual product. And this is where AI makes everything faster. I simply told the AI to create a full PDF guide based on that title, with actionable steps and clear structure. And within seconds, it generated the entire draft. Now here's where I need to be honest with you. AI gives you the structure, but you still need to refine it. You can't just copy and sell it blindly. You need to go through it, read it, and make sure it actually makes sense. Fix anything that feels robotic. Adjust the tone so it sounds natural. And most importantly, make sure it actually helps someone. Because even though this is a low-ticket product, people still expect value. They're not paying for perfection, but they are paying for clarity and guidance. Once the content was ready, I moved on to design. Now this part is simple, but it still matters, because presentation affects perception. If your product looks clean and professional, people trust it more. So I used a simple design tool, picked a clean layout, added a strong cover, and organized the content page by page. Nothing complicated. Just clear, readable, and structured. Now at this point, most people think the work is done, but this is where the real game begins. Because creating the product is only half of it. The other half, the part that actually makes money, is getting it in front of the right people. And this is where I did something different. Instead of trying to build an audience from scratch, I leveraged someone else's audience, specifically YouTube creators. Now think about this. There are thousands of creators on YouTube who already have audiences in your niche. They've already built trust. They're already getting views. So instead of trying to compete with that, you partner with it. That's exactly what I did. I went on YouTube, searched within my niche, and started looking for channels that were consistently getting views. Not just viral videos, but consistent traffic, because consistency matters more than one hit. Then I reached out to them. And here's the key. I didn't just ask for a promotion. I gave them options. I offered a flat payment, a commission, or a mix of both. This makes it easier for them to say yes, because now they feel like they're part of the upside. Most creators will negotiate. That's normal. And when they do, you work towards something that benefits both sides. In my case, I paid $700 plus a 15% commission, and that one deal was enough to generate a major spike in sales. Because once that video started getting traction, the traffic followed, and the sales followed the traffic. But here's the part most people miss. That video didn't stop working after one day. It kept getting views, which means it kept bringing in traffic, which means it kept generating sales. That's the power of YouTube. It's not just exposure, it's ongoing exposure. Now, when you step back and look at this whole system, it's actually very simple. You find a real problem, you turn it into a simple solution, you use AI to build it quickly, and then you put it in front of people who already care about that problem. That's it. And once you understand that, you realize this isn't just about one product. This is a repeatable system. You can do this again and again and again. Different problems, different niches, same process. Now, before we continue, I want to give a quick shout out to a platform that is very important if you're working with multiple accounts online or planning to scale anything that involves account-based platforms. A lot of people run into issues not because of what they're doing, but because all their accounts end up looking connected from the platform's perspective. That's where tools designed for separation and privacy management come in. One of those tools is Octo Browser. Octo Browser is a professional anti-detect browser built for multi-account management and online privacy control. Instead of running everything through one standard browser profile, it allows you to create completely separate, isolated browser environments for each account. Each one has its own unique digital fingerprint, so they don't get linked or flagged as the same user. In practical terms, that means you can safely manage multiple accounts for things like marketing, e-commerce, affiliate work, or client operations without constantly worrying about bans, overlaps, or accidental linking. It also supports proxies and automation tools, which makes scaling your workflow a lot more efficient. So if you're trying to grow your online operations and need a more stable way to handle multiple accounts securely, Octo Browser is built for exactly that. You can check it out and get started using the link in the video description below, and you can use my special promo code PASSIVEBIZ to get 4 days of free access. Now, back to the video. Now let me give you one more insight that can completely change how fast you grow with this. Most people focus too much on creating the perfect product, but perfection is not what makes money. Relevance is. If your product solves a real problem, even in a simple way, it can sell. So instead of overthinking everything, focus on speed and feedback. Get something out there. See how people respond, then improve. That's how you scale. And the more you do this, the better you get. Your titles get stronger. Your content gets clearer. Your offers get more compelling, and your results improve over time. So if you're watching this and thinking, this sounds simple, that's because it is. But simple doesn't mean easy. It just means clear. And if you actually take action on this, you'll start to see what's possible. So now the question is, are you going to try it, or are you just going to watch and move on? Because the people making money with this, they're not smarter, they just execute. So listen, there are so many hidden strategies and tricks we use for the PDF business that I can't fully cover here. Otherwise, it would turn into a full-blown course. So I created the passive PDF method for people who want to learn how to set up their own passive PDF business without going through the trial and error phase. It's a private system where I walk you through everything step by step. Inside, I cover how to come up with PDF ideas, how to create them even if you have no art skills, how to build out your store for maximum conversion, and most importantly, the different hidden and secret traffic strategies, which I personally use to make PDF sales effortlessly. And lastly, how to put the process on repeat so your PDFs can continue selling in the background even while you're doing other things. You'll find the link in the description or the pinned comment. Of course, you can always just watch my free videos, take notes, and piece it together on your own. That works too. And honestly, most people don't even take the first step. So, if you do, you're already ahead of the curve. But if you want a shortcut and prefer to have everything laid out in a clear roadmap, then the passive PDF method is designed for you. It'll take you behind the scenes and show you how I run my own digital PDF business so you can model the same process. So, if you're ready to take action, hit the link in the description or pinned comment to get started. And if you got value from this, drop a like. It helps more than you think. And if you want more breakdowns like this, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to keep showing everything step by step. No fluff, no gatekeeping. Just real strategies that actually work, and I'll see you in the next video.